The Namibian sun hung low, painting the desert in molten gold as truck driver Jacob Kruger wiped sweat from his brow. Another grueling day hauling cargo across the salt pans was done. He approached his parked rig, its shadow stretching long across the dust, then froze. Something moved beneath the truck. Crouching down, Jacob's breath caught. There, blinking up at him with enormous liquid eyes, sat a creature unlike anything he'd ever seen. Its ears, enormous velvety pink sails, twitched in the evening breeze. A ridiculous brown nose, complete with what looked like a stitched fabric patch, wiggled as it sniffed the air. For one dizzying moment, Jacob wondered if the desert heat had finally gotten to him. The creature sneezed. Real. Very real. Jacob's calloused hands, usually so sure when tightening load straps, trembled as he reached out. The little being didn't flee. It allowed itself to be gathered up, its body surprisingly warm and light against his chest. No more than 2 months old, the vet would later say, shaking her head in wonder at the examination table. Abandoned, probably a genetic anomaly. The staff at the Otjiwarongo Animal Sanctuary murmured in fascination. Those ears, that nose. But Jacob only heard the important part. Without intervention, this oddball would have been hyena food by sundown. They named him Mapuku, ears in Herero. What followed was a revolution in sanctuary norms. Mapuku, it turned out, was dog software in a whatever he was hardware. He tumbled with the rescue puppies, stealing their toys with his prehensile nose. He learned to drink from a bowl by watching his canine siblings, though half the water ended up spraying through his ridiculous nostrils. At night, he burrowed into the warmest dog pile, his velvet ears flopping over someone's back like living blankets. By 7 months, Mapuku stood knee-high on springy legs, his once oversized ears now perfectly proportioned to his lanky frame. The sanctuary team knew what came next. The release was supposed to be bittersweet. They drove deep into the Namibrand Reserve, far from roads. Mapuku hesitated at the open crate door, then bounded into the scrub with startling grace. Jacob's eyes burned as tawny fur disappeared between the grasses, but Mapuku had other plans. At precisely 5:47 p.m. the next evening, sanctuary cameras captured the moment. A familiar nose pressed against the gate. Then pandemonium, dogs barking joyfully, staff shouting, Mapuku wiggling his entire body in greeting, as if his tail alone couldn't contain his happiness. He'd returned. Not for food, not for shelter, but for them. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.